waive the, we need to do the Pledge of Allegiance.
Liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Norma, we don't need to call the roll. I don't think we can note for the record that nobody's left. Under presentations and the monthly report by the Coolidge Chamber of Commerce. Good evening, Lynn.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. For April, we had 15 reinvestments, 24/7 Fitness, Arizona Federal Credit, Federal Direct Tax, AZ Best Block, Bad Aces Martial Arts, Elks Lodge, First Baptist Church, Hideout Steakhouse, G.A. Warren Funeral Services, Coolidge Chapel, Kiwanis Club, Shope's, Sushigan, The Tire Factory, 291 Services, Walmart Super Center, Waste Connections of Arizona. We had 3 new members, ABC 123 Small Blessings Center, the Creative Chambers, and Anastasis Inc. So our visitor counts for April were 264 local, 13 in-state, 12 out-of-state, 2,928 referrals. Year-to-date visitors, 1,366. Casa Grande Ruins for April was 9,163. Year-to-date is 53,206. Pinal Geology Museum, 169 in April, 869 for year-to-date. And the DAV Museum was 49 visitors in April, 261 to date. We had a great luncheon where we had the ACA down, updating the businesses with tools and resources, and also the SBDC with AI information. There's so much AI coming out, it's unreal. Some of the things we did, as you know, we're done with the Moms Market, but we do pop-ups if things come up. And we had one this Saturday. We gave out 137 boxes, had 17 volunteers. I tell you what, these people in Coolidge, they're pretty cool about that. You have to turn them away. Upcoming events, SBDC workshop for AI at the Chamber tomorrow morning. Pinal Geology Museum Fossil Festival, June 28. Night Market on June 28. City of Coolidge fireworks on July 3rd. Pool Day is July 4th. DAV 4th of July barbecue is July 4th. Elks Lodge clothing drives for children ends on July 5th. Papa's Kids School Coolidge PD backpack is July 12th. CUSD Welcome Back to School is the 14th. Imagine's Welcome Back is on the 21st, and then we have the Breakfast with the Mayor on the 4th. Any questions?
I don't see any.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Item 4, update on the new park progress.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. Happy to be here. Just real quickly, we'll go through what we've got going on and where we're at as it concerns the park on the west side of town, just west of Cavett. Uh-oh, Tony told me this was working. Oh, look at that. All right, real quick, the team kind of changed a little bit. We've had some movement in positions. Obviously, our city manager, Gilbert Lopez, sits on most of the meetings with us. Myself, Ben Navarro, Development Services Director James Myers. Big part of it is our grant coordinator, Mary Siles, Finance Director, and then our city planner, Phil. Kind of an overall look of what it's going to look like. I know you guys have seen this before. A lot of the amenities or what's going to go in the park hasn't changed since the last time we spoke. What is a difference is the design team was working on all the infrastructure and all that little stuff you don't see that you have to make all the fun stuff happen. So that's what they had to finish up before we can move forward. So kind of where we're at, our grant coordinator found a Arizona State Parks grant that we could apply for in the amount of $1.5 million. In order to have a shot at that, we had to get the CADX for all the environmentals, get that taken care of so we'd have a chance at that $1.5 million. CADX is wrapping up right now. Development Services Director James Myers led the charge, got that together, got you guys to approve it a couple months ago. They're wrapping that up. We've got to answer a few more questions this week to put that package together. And when that's finished, we can start moving forward. Again, the grants, $1.5 million is that Arizona State Parks grant, which is actually funneled through the national parks. Public Works Director Ben Navarro has put in for a trails grant, the trail that's going to go around the entirety of the property. He's got that in. Myself and grant coordinator, we put in for money for a fitness court. The fitness court we've been talking about for some time now, that we have to come back to you guys for approval before that would be able to move forward. However, we are applying for money through a grant to pay for the remainder of that. Well, pay for all of it. There is no remainder. We haven't cut a check yet. The company gave us a small grant to go along with it, but we've got a grant application in to fund the rest of the fitness court. So I don't know if we'll know by the time we have to vote in September or not, but we can come to you for that vote and say we've got the money to do that. And then the dog park that's already been awarded through Gila River Indian Community, which would be one of the first things that would go in, given that it's already funded. So once this CADX is wrapped up, which should be very soon, we will then come back to council asking to approve the earthwork. First thing we got to do is get the dirt moved around. We do have cooperative agreements with the company that does a lot of work for the city already in the streets department. So we can go that route, or if council so chooses, we can try to bid it out. But we will come back for your approval one way or another on starting that earthwork. I'm hoping very, very soon, if not the end of July, maybe the first meeting in August, to get approval to get that going. These are just some photos. That's a replica of the water tower that's supposed to go somewhere in the park around the roundabout. Now, obviously, the amenities that'll serve the community will take priority over, things that will look cool, and we're going to love to have it when the time is right and when we can afford it. But the amenities in the park will be prioritized over that. But it is a cool photo. Phase 1, talked about the trail, the dog park. Other parts of Phase 1 are the playground, the splash pad, pickleball courts, basketball, volleyball, and if we approve the fitness court. Just another photo. This is kind of what the dog park would look like with some grass incorporated. And that's it. If you look at these 3 courts that are closest to me in the design, if we go ahead and get approved for that fitness court, those courts may go away for the fitness court to sit right there. We'll work with whatever general contractor we hire to put this together for us. But somewhere in that vicinity, we may take out a court or two to put in the fitness court, since we have ample space for plenty of other pickleball courts if we should want them. And then future, after Phase 1, is the Great Lawn, for events that would be at a slope, sort of an amphitheater, where you could have concerts, show movies, or gather for like 4th of July fireworks, things of that nature. We've got the softball and baseball fields that'll come with concession stand, 3 multi-purpose fields, and then eventually at some point, if it's needed, a community center. That's just kind of an overview. Up top will be the multi-purpose fields, and then there's the softball fields. And that's it in its entirety. So that's where we're at. I'm hoping within a month or maybe a month and a half, I'm standing back up here asking for authorization to start moving some dirt around so we can start putting some stuff in for the community. But that's sort of where we're at and what we've been doing. A big thanks to everybody on the team. I know Mary works really hard, Ben worked really hard, and James worked really hard on the CADX, getting that done in a timely fashion so we can move forward. And I'm happy to answer any questions.
I do have a question. Is there any good place where food trucks could go and set up? I know that that's usually the afterthought, but.
Right. So that was a very big discussion when we were putting this together. Now, everywhere around the Great Lawn will be set up for that type of activity. So if we're having an event, once that happens. So when we get into phase one, it will be with us working with the general contractor. I wouldn't call it a temporary, but a space to have it for phase one until we get to phase two. So we can definitely have spaces for that, yes.
Any other questions? No. All right.
All right.
Well, it looks like it's moving along.
It's starting. I know it's a long process, but I'm hoping everybody's going to enjoy it once it starts coming together.
Okay. Well, thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Okay, we'll move into call of the public. If anybody wishes to address the council, please step forward and give us your name and your address. 3 minutes. Okay, not seeing anybody rush forward, move out of call of the public and move into business items for consent. Is there anybody here that wants any items pulled off for individual consideration?
Yes, Mayor Thompson, I just got a quick question on 13 and 14. Same question on both of them, so if we could take them together at that time.
Oh, okay, and were we gonna have one of them that we need to pull off?
Yes, number 11.
Number
Mayor.
11's gotta come
Number
off.
11 pulled as well.
Okay, and what was another one? Just 11,
Just 11.
all right. Okay, so, we're gonna table 11,
We're going to table 11.
all right. And we'll leave, you wanna leave 13 and 14 on there, or you just wanna pull them off, Tom? And
Yeah, let's go ahead and just pull them off. That's just a quick question that I got.
all right, okay. All right, here we go. Item 5, resolution number 25-11, a resolution of the mayor and the city council of the city of Coolidge, Arizona, approving submission of an application for Proposition 202 grant funds from the Achen Indian community in the amount of $31,990.20 to purchase battery-operated extrication equipment for the Coolidge Fire Department. Item 6, resolution number 25-12, a resolution of the mayor and the city council of the city of Coolidge, Arizona, approving submission of an application for Prop 202 grant funds from the Achen Indian community in the amount of $79,530.31 for the use of funds toward the purchase of 6 mobile column lifts and rear axle restraint to repair the fire apparatuses for the Coolidge Vehicle Maintenance Department. Item 7, consider approval of entering into a funding agreement for court security improvements between the Arizona Administrative Office of the Courts and the Coolidge Municipal Court for grant funding in the amount not to exceed $8,444,000, beginning July 1st, 2025 through June 30th, 2026. Item 8, consider approval of ratifying a grant application to the Tohono O'odham Nation in the amount of $163,423 towards the cost of purchasing a new 2025 Ford Transit van to utilize as a critical incident response vehicle for the police department. Item 9, consider approval of entering into a maintenance service agreement and addendum between Gosero and the City of Coolidge Police Department for continued maintenance service of the Police Department Investigations Interview Room recording equipment. Item 10, consider approval of entering into a maintenance service agreement and addendum between Gosero and the City of Coolidge Police Department for continued maintenance service of the Police Department Dispatch Center recording equipment for radio and phones for the Police Department. Item 12, consider approval of entering into a professional services agreement between the City of Coolidge and Kimberly Horn and Associates, Inc. for on-call engineering services for an amount not to exceed $35,000 related to the design and engineering of 60% design plans for grant funding in connection with the Safe Routes to School study, authorizing the mayor to sign the necessary documents. Item 15, consider approval of the claims for the month of May 2025. Okay, I need a motion.
Mayor Thompson, I move to approve consent items 5 through 10, 12, and 15 as read.
Okay. Irma?
Did somebody make the second? Okay. I'm sorry, I couldn't hear. Okay. Councilmember Hudson?
Yes.
Councilmember Saavedra?
Yes.
Councilmember Bagnell?
Yes.
Councilmember Shope?
Yes.
Councilmember Gillespie?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Murieta?
Yes.
And Mayor Thompson?
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay. 11's tabled, so we'll go to 13.
Mayor, we will need a motion.
Oh, that's right. Okay. Do we need a motion to vote?
Just a motion to table.
Oh, motion to table 11. All right, I need a motion to table 11.
So move.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay,
Thank you.
good to go. Item 13, consider approval of amending the city's current salary plan for fiscal year 2025, 2026 with an effective date of July 1st, 2025. Good evening.
Good evening, Mayor
I-
and Council.
I just had a quick question. I just wanted to confirm that the salary plan has been provided to the directors. It's been, and they've reviewed it, and that they're all in, and they've approved it.
The salary plan was not given to the directors. It was just included on the agenda item.
Okay, so, but it's all been gone through then, I guess, and it's been approved through
Yes.
your department then, I guess, and
Yes.
through finance.
Well, I'm human resources.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
Okay. All right. Maybe I'm not sure which
Yeah,
department
so-
is supposed to be in charge of it. So
I oversee the salary plan.
okay.
So Norman and I reviewed it and we updated it, removed the sworn officers and,
Okay.
yeah.
All right. Good. That's all I needed. Thank you. And I'll go ahead and make a motion to approve.
Second.
Okay.
Is that for both or just the one? So do one at a time? Okay. So then we'll need a motion for number 14. If there's,
We just, we will get, we're going to vote on 13.
yes, you're right, absolutely. Go ahead, Mayor.
Okay. Well, we've got, I need a motion to act on number 13.
I have a motion of Councilmember Bagnell, and second was Councilmember Shope.
Okay. All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Aye.
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay. Item 14, consider approval of the proposed pay scale implementation with step increase for all sworn police officers effective July 1st, 2025.
Okay. You've already answered the question, so if it's okay, I'll just go ahead and make a motion to approve item 14 as read.
I'll second that.
Okay, there's a motion and a second. Do we need to do anything else over there, Dennis?
Nope.
No? Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Did Gillespie say?
Councilmember Gillespie?
I said aye.
Okay. No, you're good.
All right. All right then. Opposed? All right, then that carries. She ready?
Yes, we got it. Thank you.
All right then. Item 15, oh, that got approved, didn't it?
Did you hear me, Norma?
Yes, I did. Thank you, Councilmember Gillespie. Yep.
All right then. So there's nothing under business regular items, report from the mayor and council. Councilmember Shope,
I have nothing, sir.
okay.
Yeah, just one thing real quick. What's the update on the impact fee study? Are we ready to go with that yet?
We're pretty far along. Let me see, Councilmember Bagnell. How, oh, gosh, yeah, I know we're towards the end of it, and so it should be coming to you pretty quickly in the next month or so.
Okay, so, but if nothing else, by the end of August, or?
Yeah, with some recommendations on what Tischler Bice recommends
Okay.
based on, and then you can select within that range of what you, as we've done in the past.
Okay, all right. And then two things that I had been reading about. I know in Casa Grande, they've just passed urban camping, and that might be something that we might want to address, because I think if they get a little tough on it over there, then we may have some folks moving this way. So maybe it's something we need to, I know we had talked about it at one time and we just did, and then it kind of went away because it wasn't that big of a problem, but I think it could become a problem for us. So maybe that's something we need to take another look at here pretty quick. And then also the data centers, because I know that I read some other articles that said that they're having problems up in the valley. Some folks don't want them in their neighborhoods or whatever else, and so if they don't want them up there, it seems like they might try to jump and come down here, and we've got a lot of room out there at the industrial park and out at the inland
Yeah, in the board.
inland port. So, we don't have a lot of neighbors out there, so we might be able to accommodate some of them out there, just so people know that, that they don't buy a home and then have one of those things move in, so.
Correct.
So anyways, so that's just two of the things that I also wanted to see if we might be able to address sometime in the future, so. That's it, thank you.
Okay.
I have nothing.
Mayor, real quick, I just want to congratulate Fire Captain PJ McCullough being selected as our first fire marshal for the city of Coolidge. And he did an excellent, I emailed you some of the comments and the results from the fire chief, and the process is pretty extensive. He did really well, so he's our first fire marshal coming in, so it's pretty exciting. We'll be able to do our own inspections and do those type of things after the state said they wouldn't do them anymore. The only other thing I have is we're working with Rafida at Pinal Central on our centennial celebration. So they'll be doing a story kind of, I'm hoping like they did with the county. They had a real nice article they came out with. And so we're trying to do the same thing, give them enough information so they can put something together, maybe in Pinal Ways or one of those magazines. So you'll be seeing more of that. That's all I have, Mayor.
Thank you, sir. Okay.
Mayor, I have Councilmember Gillespie and Hudson. I didn't know if they. Councilmember Gillespie, you're back on?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, we lost you for a bit.
Yeah, my daughter hung the phone up, sorry.
Huh?
Oh, no, I didn't know if he had anything to report.
How about Councilmember Hudson?
Nothing to report. I have nothing to report.
Okay.
Thank you both.
Well, yep, Councilmember Bagnell, you're right about data centers, and I can tell you, I've been meeting with people for about 8 months regarding those, and
Yeah,
yeah, they're much better than solar fields.
yeah, definitely.
Financially for the city, they are. So, yeah, we're We're already on, we've been on that for a while now, but yeah, but it's good. I'm glad to hear that you're looking into them. Okay. If there's nothing else, then I guess I need a motion to get out of here.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Aye.
Okay. We're adjourned.